You know, the attorneys have sent out demand letters before any lawsuits are filed. And what's interesting here is it doesn't have anything to do with health or whether masks are still needed. It's all about orders issued by Oakland County's health department, which attorneys claim are illegal.
Yeah, I mean, bring on the debate about masks, but let's not pretend that the law in Michigan doesn't prohibit school mask mandates.
And that's why Eric Cardall, special counsel for a conservative law firm based in Chicago, is going after the Walled Lake Consolidated School District, its school board, and the Oakland County Health Department, demanding they stop enforcing mask mandates for students. Simply put, it violates state law. He says Governor Whitmer didn't veto a provision in the appropriations bill which states county health departments can't require children to wear masks. State law, he says, supersedes the county's mask order for students.
This ends up being more about democracy and how we govern ourselves than anything else.
And if the school district doesn't stop enforcing the mask order and using public funds to do so, the group Walled Lake Citizens for Parental Rights will sue. In response, Dan Durkin from Walled Lake Schools said, following Oakland County Health Division's emergency order for pandemic control, the district was required to follow protocols and procedures in the emergency order. Attorneys have cautioned that the district must comply. Fox 2 also reached out to Oakland County's health department. The response only addressing public health, not the legality of the order. The statement in part reads, in a county where vaccination rates among school-aged children remain lower than other residents, not wearing masks in the classroom would place students and staff at greater risk of exposure and future quarantines and make it more difficult for administrators to keep our schools open. But attorneys for Coleman Legal Group, representing another group of parents and students in other Oakland County districts, including Troy, South Lyon, and Huron Valley schools, are taking it a step further. Not only are they demanding the districts rescind the mask mandate, but to stop enforcing unlawful quarantine orders, only recommend. And if the student is legally quarantined through a court order, the district must provide proper education, or they too will sue.
Now that we know about it and we can manage the symptoms, and yes, it's very dangerous for people who have comorbidities.
Walled Lake parents like Betty Trout says there have been so many changes, it's hard to know what is the right thing to do.
I'm not saying that COVID isn't real, but covering our kids' face is just dehumanizing them.
It doesn't mean that there can't be a good healthy debate about public health issues. It's just we have to make sure the decisions are made in the proper places.
Now, with what's referred to as a taxpayer lawsuit, Cardall says Walled Lake schools have a week to respond. If nothing changes, the lawsuit, he says, will be filed next Monday. Monica?
And this is all coming out as we know that COVID infections and deaths in our state continue to drop.
That's good news, but we're told that this parental rights group, at least in Walled Lake, have been expressing their concerns for quite some time about the legality of these orders going back to September. So we'll have to see what happens.
All right, in court, perhaps. Thanks, Taryn.